and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. I've been doing real estate for like 35 years, and one of the things that seems to get me is when people have something to sell, of course they think it's worth more than it is, but that's a whole nother story. But there are things that add value to a property and things that don't. Things that are kind of throwing good money to bad money, and things that are eye-openers to a potential buyer. And like I always said, when you're going to do something, you should always use a professional. And one of the things that, I talk about stuff that happens to me because I believed in doing DIY projects, and they always cost me more in money by the time I'm done and more in frustration. With me is Daniel from American Kitchen and Stone.
Yes.
Okay, so we gotta understand that nothing brings value to a property, especially a home, when you want to increase value, than a renovated kitchen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. One reason, in my opinion, is because the wife seems to make the decision.
That is true.
And she spends time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And the bathroom, too.
Yes.
So, my question is, how long have you been in the industry?
So the company's been open since 2008, 2009. My dad started the company, and we kind of started taking over more and more in the last 5 years. So our family's been in this for like last almost 20 years.
Wow. Why'd you get into it?
It was a family thing, and I wanted to help make it grow. I saw that even in the worst of times, in 2008, during that crisis, it did help our family. It helped, kept us going, and it's nice to see when someone gets a new kitchen, how happy they are, and be able to be a part of something.
That would be me.
Like that.
If I got a new kitchen, I'd be happy as anything. More happy than my wife.
Yeah.
I love the kitchen. Cooking is like my favorite place to go. And we talk about ADHD. Like, I'll work in my office at home, but I'll work for like 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll run to the kitchen and cook something or do something.
Yeah.
And a kitchen is so important. So, what kind of renovations do you do in kitchens? Like, I know you do countertops.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of materials do you use?
So for countertops, the two big ones right now, most popular ones, are granite and then quartz, which is a man-made engineered stone.
Right.
It looks a lot more like marble, but it's not as porous, so it's better for everyday use.
So, okay. My wife's a chocolatier.
Mm-hmm.
She does high-end chocolate.
Yeah.
And she uses a marble slab to do the chocolate. But we always have to be so careful with it. Do you have to be careful with quartz, or is it more durable? Or granite and quartz are more durable than like marble?
Yes, marble. It's a very soft stone.
Okay.
So this color, it stains easily.
Yeah, that it does.
Yeah, but it's a lot more malleable than granite and then quartz. So for something like that, I guess they use it a lot throughout history because it's so malleable, easy to work with, and granite's just hard and denser to carry around.
But as time goes on, things change in your industry, and the tools that you have to work with, does it make managing those things and making them fit where they have to a lot easier than having to cut the way you used to have to cut? And
For sure.
okay.
So we got a new saw. Before our saw was pretty manual, and we had to set all the cuts to go down the line and bring it back. So the new one, it can do more automated straight cuts throughout, so we can do a lot more repetitive tasks.
So is it computerized?
Semi.
Semi-computerized.
There are computerized saws out there, like CNC saws, where you can just measure out the kitchen, get the digital template, upload it, and then it'll cut exactly how it needs to be cut.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
Unbelievable
crazy.
what goes on. Okay, so let's go through the process.
Mhm.
So I decide I want to renovate my kitchen. You come and we have a consultation, I guess?
Yes.
What parts of that kitchen renovation do you do? Do you do the appliances? Do you go over all that with us?
So the appliance, we don't carry appliances.
Right.
We do basically countertops and the cabinets if you want. So if you want to do the whole kitchen, that'll be like the flooring. If you want to do the flooring, cabinets, and countertops. If you change the countertops, you don't have to change the cabinets, but if you change the cabinets, you should change the countertops also.
Huh, that's it. Why?
Because once you put the new countertop on to take out the old cabinets, it'd be a pain. You could break the stone, and you'll end up having to replace it.
Okay, so I guess it's put your new cabinets in first, and then lay the countertops on top.
Yes.
Interesting. Which is pricier, quartz or granite?
So the thing with quartz is, since it is engineered, it starts off more expensive, but as technology evolves and it becomes more common, they can bring down the cost. Like it's come down a lot in the last 5 years.
Which is amazing because everything else
Yeah.
has gone up.
Yeah. So
Okay.
before a slab was like $2,000, um, for the most common one, and then now it's a little over 1,000. And then granite, it can be under 1,000 to easily over 5,000 because you can get into semi-precious stones. So the more exotic it gets, so there's a wider range in granite, and quartz kind of contained to a smaller range.
Okay, so when you say wide range, there's a whole bunch of different colors and stuff
Yeah.
to go with.
Yes.
So I come to you, we talk about the countertops and the cabinets, and we come up with a price. From the time that we sign an agreement to the time a standard kitchen is done, a week, a month, a day.
So if you're doing the countertops and the cabinets, let's say we agree on price, we agree on the design, we order the cabinets depending on which line you go with. It can take between 2 weeks to 5 weeks, 6 weeks to get them in.
Okay.
So once we have them, we can take out a kitchen, like demo the kitchen in like about a day, and then we can install the new kitchen in about a day or two. And then from there we can template the cap for the countertop. It'll take us about a week to fabricate. So all told, we're working the house for up to 6 weeks, sometimes more.
So about under 2 months.
Under 2 months, yeah.
Okay. When you're there working, I guess the kitchen is not usable.
Yes. So
You'll be going out to eat.
a lot. So
Yeah,
one
I
way
get
we-
that.
Yeah, one way we try to work around that, we know how important the kitchen is to someone's home. So we don't start the demo until we have the new cabinets in hand
Right.
and we're ready to go install. So once we get them in hand, then we'll tell the homeowner, all right, we're going to start assembling them and we'll be there in 2 3 days. So it gives them time to get everything out and they don't have to uh, ruin the routine.
So what help, because you mentioned the word design.
Hmm.
So you help design.
Yes.
What happens if I have a kitchen and I want to kind of redesign it? And, I want, and I know that I probably have to get a plumber. I want to move the sink to here. Okay. I want to put an island in. I mean, do you help with those redesigns?
We can. So the most common type of redesign we do is basically cabinet configuration. So to change plumbing around is a tremendous expense, and we have instances where this design that's there is the best design, and we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Okay.
You can just make it a little better. Change a cabinet here, add a cabinet there, because you have all the space you can probably use in a kitchen. If you're not adding walls, taking on walls, you can make a great kitchen with what you already have.
So going to that, obviously anybody who has least bit of intelligence knows that when the house was built, there was a design in mind to utilize the space as best as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you have a specific use,
Yeah.
changing plumbing and stuff like that would probably be just a cost not worth it.
I don't think so.
Kind of like if you're selling your home, the one thing you don't want to do is put in a pool. It's not going to help you sell your home. It's going to be much more pricey.
You can lose your money.
You might as well use that money to fix your kitchen.
For sure.
Okay. Since you do countertops, then you do bathrooms.
We do bathrooms.
Okay. I think it's a lot, and I could be wrong because I don't know, a lot less expensive to do a bathroom because there's less countertop, right?
Yes. So the bathroom becomes expensive because it's a lot more labor intensive because it's a lot more intricate. So it's less cabinets, but the tile work involved and the plumbing and like for a shower to get it to be watertight, make sure it doesn't create mold. It's a bit more care than a kitchen.
Oh, okay.
It is a lot smaller, like a third the size or less. It does become, it's still gonna be relatively more money.
Really?
Yeah.
But
But
again,
you can do easy, simple things to make it worthwhile. Like just change the countertops or change the vanity. You don't have to redesign the whole shower or change the whole tile in the shower.
okay, so then you brought up another point. So we do countertops, but the shower is tile.
As long as you don't as long as the tiles let's say the shower is like beige. If you don't get like not even beige goes with everything. As long as the colors don't clash, it's not a problem.
But you do regular tiles too.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, I'm guessing, that you do tile floors.
Yes.
Okay. And because, like I don't think about it, but now I remember my mom, she pulled out all her carpeting and did tile floors. Okay. And these 18 by 18 squares. So do you do the installs on those too, on the floors?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Where are you located?
We're on Village Green, right nearby.
Oh, right around the corner here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Who's your clientele? I mean, is it the average Joe? Is it the wealthy person?
So
Who's like your average clientele?
we work a lot with retirees.
Okay.
Because from where we are, and we do a lot with common folk out there. We don't do so much high end. We have at times worked a lot of high end customers,
Right.
but we tend to work more with just everyday person.
Well, you guys who are in Florida know that a lot of the population is senior citizens,
Yes.
and a lot of homes are older,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets to the point where it's time to change things. They have those Formica countertops
Yeah.
that are falling apart, chipping, or whatever. A lot of people going from that to a granite or what you go. So the question, I guess, is the cost is going to relate to the size of the countertops that you need
Yeah.
more than anything else, because that's the slab that you have to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you carry stuff in stock?
We do. We do have a showroom where we store some slabs, so you get to see this exact slab you're gonna get. Or if you want to get a quartz, you get to see a sample, and we can point you to where you can see a full slab if you like.
I guess when it comes to granite and quartz, I guess the coloring within it is something that we can control to a point.
A little bit.
I mean, if our kitchen is beige, we want to get something that doesn't clash.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm not saying that we can control everything about it, but I can come to the showroom and look at 6 different styles of granite
Yes.
and pick, because that's the one I'm going to get.
Yes.
Okay, because that you stock. Okay. All right, we're getting a tough time. How do people find you? You have an email?
We
A
have an
website?
email. We have a website, AmericanKNS.com.
Okay.
Our email is, you can email me at Daniel@AmericanKNS.com, or our general email, AmericanKNS@gmail.com.
And you have a phone number.
Yes, 772-335-2558.
Guys, I cannot express to you, if you do it yourself and you order a piece of granite and you break it, okay, you're going to spend 10 times more than it would have cost you to have a professional do it. Because if they come and do it and break it, that's on them, not on you. And look, we're all human and things do happen.
Yes.
I guess this stuff is very heavy.
Pretty heavy. Like 20 pounds a square foot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty heavy. Because what's an average kitchen? How many square feet, do you know?
Like 50 to 40. So now we're a few thousand, almost 1,000, 2,000 pounds. A slab's like a ton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Everybody, check them out. Go to the website. Stop by the facility. Go look at what they have. Call Daniel. He'd be more than happy to give you some opinions and answer some questions, because there's so much we don't know and that we need to know, in my opinion, before we even begin.
Yes.
Okay? Like I said, I use a piece of marble. Okay? And you can see we temper chocolate on it and it stains.
Mm-hmm.
Will granite not stain the same?
Not the same. So it does come with a seal. And depending on which granite you get, if you get like a darker one, you won't see as many stains. If you get a lighter one, it'll stain a little more.
Right.
But it is overall less porous than marble.
What has the least porous? Is quartz less
Really
porous?
Yeah.
That's the
Quartz,
least porous?
Yes. And then if you want something that's like a natural stone, dolomite is pretty tough.
Wow. I don't know. She's a chocolatier, so she knows what she can use. It just has to remain a little colder, I guess,
Yeah.
and stuff when she tempers. Everybody check Daniel out. Daniel, thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you for having me.
Everybody will be right back.